Greetings. Welcome to the WBGO studios. I'm Lezlie Harrison, host of Come Sunday. Everyone from Frank Sinatra to Lady Gaga has sung from the Great American Songbook. Classic songs so familiar, they are woven into our cultural fabric. Most budding jazz singers create their repertoire with gems such as the traditional blues C.C. Rider, first recorded in 1924 by Ma Rainey, and Billie Holiday's God Bless the Child, a classic ballad first recorded in 1941. Jazz at Lincoln Center, a global advocate for jazz, culture, and arts education, is presenting its first nationwide tour, Songs We Love, spotlighting the next generation of jazz stars and iconic songs from the 20s through the 50s. Jazz at Lincoln Center has assembled a wonderful ensemble of performers seasoned on the stages of Jazz at Lincoln Center and concert halls around the world. With this expansion, the musicians who will reinterpret and reimagine the sound of jazz for years to come will have its debut at Tom's River debut down the Jersey Shore at the Ocean City College on March 10th at 8 p.m. It is my utmost pleasure to introduce you to one of the members of this wonderful ensemble, one of my favorite singers, and a friend, Miss Brianna Thomas. Welcome to the WBGO studios. Girlfriend, how are you?
I am doing so good. And I'm so good to see your face.
I know it's been such a long time. I mean,
Yes,
there has been a little shutdown there for a minute,
yes.
but I'm glad to see you're back up and running and working, Miss Thomas. I remember the first time I saw you, it was late night on the Upper West Side, not too far from where I live now, at Cleopatra's Lino, no longer there. I walked in, I heard you singing. I'm like, who is this sister? You knocked me out, and it's been a joy for me to witness your journey. Can you share with us how you made your way from your hometown of Peoria, Illinois, where at the tender age of 6, you made your singing debut, performing the jazz classic, What a Wonderful World?
I did. My father was a vocalist and a drummer, and he called me on the stage. So that's how that began. But I was very fortunate to have many mentors and teachers along the way who ushered the right music, the right inspiration, the right path, the right thoughts, the right, just everything into my life. And I can say without a shadow of a doubt that I wouldn't be anywhere, not just here, but anywhere if it hadn't have been for them. Starting with my parents, who really encouraged my inklings towards jazz and music in general. And, I just, from singing in Peoria, I sang through high school. I played saxophone. No one, I don't tell.
Didn't know that.
I wasn't.
Will we hear that from you soon? Somewhere down the line, you break out in the saxophone solo?
Oh no! I had a teacher who was very wise that insisted that I continue playing saxophone past middle school on into high school in concert band and big band, and that exposed me to a way of listening and a way of sharing music on stage. There's small ensembles, but a big band is different. You have to get in where you fit in, so to speak, because it's a whole masterpiece and working of things. And with a small ensemble, it's the same way, but it can be more free. So that happened, and I went on to college. I went to the New School in New York, and from college, I just, the Jazzmobile in New York City. I did that competition. I did Betty Carter Jazz Ahead, and I met more mentors. I really want to emphasize the importance of the people who came before us, and who are still with us, and we can be mentors. That you can be a mentor at any age. When you're on stage, you're seen, and whether it's someone who is enjoying music or someone who is involved in music, you're with a message. So it has been a tremendous journey for me, and I'm really looking forward to see what's coming next.
Well, you are doing the thing, as they say. You are out there doing it. I loved seeing you in large ensembles and small ensembles. And you are a regular at Jazz at Lincoln Center, and you are a superb interpreter of the Great American Songbook. Were you involved in curating the program from Jazz at Lincoln Center, Songs We Love?
Yes. So the band leader and maestro, Riley Mulherker, he afforded, sometimes it's always a pleasure to work with people, but it's especially wonderful when you work with someone who gives you the opportunity to join them in a program of music and you get to say, this is what I want to
Mm-hmm.
sing. So he extended that opportunity to all of us. And there's two other vocalists, myself, Chanel Johns, and Vuyo Satoshi. There's some other vocalists that have come in and out as
Mm-hmm.
we've had to come in and out. Joshua Banbury, fantastic voice. And Tahira Clayton, another amazing vocalist. And Tariq McDowell.
Okay,
And
these are
so
all new names to me, so
uh,
we will be on the
please
lookout for them
mark them
all.
down.
Okay.
So he gave us the opportunity to choose what we wanted to sing. And then with his masterful mind, he took these songs that we chose and made these amazing arrangements. Some of them he worked with us on, and some of them he came and said, here's what I did with this. What do you think? And so it's been a real collaborative experience. And that has been a joy too, because we all learn from one another. But I have to say, he knows how to write and how to arrange and how to lay out the carpet for the vocalists that he is arranging for, to make them shine in their best way. And it's been a real joy to work with him. And he's a trumpeter in the group too. There's 3 horns. So all of it has been just exciting.
So yeah, you have already started the tour, right?
Yes, we're
Yeah, I
about,
think I saw you on Facebook on the road heading
yes.
out there. Yeah.
Yeah, we just did went through the Midwest, St. Louis. We were up in Michigan and Wisconsin, and we're in Lancaster, PA now, and we're headed over to the east. And so we're about 4.5 or 5 weeks in now, and we started January 17th, and we will end April 4th. So,
How is it? I'm sorry, I'm in I'm in the
oh
city.
no.
There's an urgency going on. How is it being out on the road again and so extensively?
Oh man, I honestly, um, I personally just I love the road. I think as an artist, to have the opportunity to do what you do so consistently is such a blessing. And it is only the type of thing that can sharpen one and make one better, especially when you're surrounded by tremendous talent. And just all of the lessons, like having to, every day we show up to sound check. We have to manage sound check, and by manage, I mean you sound check, you have to think about your voice and
The
how you
room.
use your voice. Yeah.
Hmm.
And the room, and conserving from day to day, and just managing. When I wake up in the morning, I am always thinking about, what do I need to do today to improve? What do
Hmm.
I need to do today so that my voice comes out today? What do I need to do to give my voice the best opportunity to do what it can at its best? And to do that every day, day to day, and then to be able to show up and perform with amazing musicians. It's just the opportunity, honestly, of a lifetime. I feel like I've been bitten by the tour bug, and I'm like, let's go. Let's go.
Hit the road, Jack.
Yes.
Um, this program includes some serious jewels by masters of songcraft such as George Gershwin,
Yes.
Cole Porter, Harold Arlen. What is
Duke
it about these
Ellington.
songs that have remained an inspiration and a reference for generations of jazz and pop performers and songwriters?
These songwriters and composers that you've mentioned were the way that they wrote, the stories that they told. A story in a song is immortal, because when you tell a story, you're telling your truth and someone else's. And
Hmm.
when you deliver a song with truth, it's just something that people will not forget. They hang on to those experiences. We as performers hang on to those
Right.
experiences. We hang on to the experience of the room and the audience. Every audience is different. So these composers that we have the pleasure and honor of singing these songs are just, the stories in the song, that's what strikes me most. Like
Hmm.
Porgy, I love you, Porgy. I got it bad and that ain't good, Duke Ellington. Somewhere over the rainbow. Just all of these songs have their own storyline and inspiration. And whoever you are in the room, you've lived your life. You've come to the room with your experiences, and you're having your own individual experiences, but you're sharing it with everyone in the room. And that is the immortality of these songs to me. They mean something no matter if they were sung then and if they're sung now, and they will mean something into the future because it's the human experience.
Yeah. Do you write your own music?
I do write, and it is, oh man, I love to write. I do write.
And you've recorded some of your own music, haven't you?
I have.
I listened to you. One of my favorites is a song that you didn't write. It's written by Stevie Wonder. Speaking
Yes.
of great storytellers, I never dreamed you'd leave this summer.
Yes.
You kill that one, girl.
Oh, thank you. Oh my goodness. I loved when I heard that song. You listen to the lyrics that Stevie writes, and you just, that's one thing about great songwriters. They write great melodies, and the melodies tell the story, but when you put the lyric to them, it makes it personal. And so, but yes, I do write, and I have the great pleasure of being a part of the lineage of songwriters, and I'm doing my best to tell the truth.
Well, tell us a little bit about your process. How do you go about writing a great song?
I think a great song, for me, the writing that I've done so far in life, my songs have come out of experience, life experience. I think a song that reaches a crowd is a universal truth in a way. And even though it may mean something different to everyone someone might be listening, let's say, to Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and they might be thinking about their loved one that passed on. And someone else might be thinking about their dreams. And those two people can be crying, but for different reasons, or they can be celebrating for different reasons. But it's universal in its ability to reach someone at their core. And so when I write songs, the way that inspiration comes to me is usually it hits me in my face, and I'm not even looking. Like I practice looking for it, but you go through life experiences, and when you're vulnerable and you are not afraid to tell the truth, it can really not only minister to you, but to others. And that's been my path in songwriting. I know there are people, I admire people who can just pick up a sock and write a song about a sock, because there are some incredible people out there that can write a song about anything. My path has just been to write about things that I have been through or that I understand as a human being.
Yeah, that's encouraging because, as a singer, I'm trying to learn how to take some of the words that in my head to the paper and also not expose myself. It's like it's very personal. So you kind of put yourself out there and telling your story, so it's a little scary.
Oh, I would love to hear some of your songs because I love the way you tell a story like, here's the truth.
It's coming. Yes. It's coming. It's just getting over, that, just is it good enough? But
oh, yes.
You know how that goes.
Your life, I do know how that goes. And I went through thinking that, and I go through thinking that. And then something comes to me and says, it is good enough because you lived it and you aren't the only one. And somebody needs to hear it. So, yeah. I can't wait to hear what you have to say.
Thank you. It's soon come. I'm working on it. Yeah. So now you're out here on this tour, and you're going to be in Tom's River on March 10th. It's coming up soon.
It is.
And I had a question about the songs. Well, you kind of answered that. Why are singers drawn to some of these songs, these standards from the 20s and 30s and 40s? What is it that makes you connect to these songs? I guess it's just the lyrics.
The way they make you feel.
The way they make you feel.
The way they make you feel. I think one of my great teachers, Mr. Richard Harper, he always said, sound follows feeling. And if you listen to a Duke Ellington song or a Gershwin tune without the lyrics, you can still feel it. But when the story is present, it just hits differently. And it allows people, again, to interpret it in their own personal way. And so I think it's just the feeling of these songs. And that's why we love them. That's why they're songs we love. It's because of how they make us feel.
And so tell me there are a lot of young people in this ensemble. Anyone over the age of 30?
Ooh, yes, a few of us are over
Oh,
the
okay.
age of 30, but
You are?
still in our 30s.
Yes, we are. Right on. No, I
Yes.
was just wondering because you are the next generation of songwriters and singers and musicians, and I'm like, is there anybody in this band over
Oh, there's a
30? Is
few
it?
of us over
Okay,
30,
that's good.
a handful. But I think that in order, honestly, I know age is like a thing sometimes, but like you got you there are some songs that I had to live a little before I was able to sing them with any amount of truth and sincerity. And I think that that only gets better like wine. So, there's a few of us over 30, but we're all still learning life and still trying to understand and process things, um and forever students.
This
So
is a wonderful thing. Well, Brianna, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day, your busy schedule to
anything
spend
for
some
you,
time.
boo.
Oh, yeah, it has been a long time, and I can't
It
wait to
has.
see you in person and hug up on you. You're going to be with the ensemble at well, I want to call you all an ensemble at the down the Jersey Shore Tom's River debut happening on the 10th of March at Ocean County College at the Grunin Center, March 10th at 8 p.m. with a wonderful lineup, songs we love, spotlighting the next generation of jazz stars and iconic songs from the 20s and 50s. Brianna Thomas can sing, Chanel can sing,
Yes.
Vuyo can sing.
Yes.
So you all need to go out there and get your tickets and be a part of that and follow these young people, because as sad as it is, a lot of people seem to think that jazz is like dead, and I'm like, no, no, no. There are a lot of young people out here like yourself, like us, making sure.
It lives in and of itself, and it lives in the things that came after it. It is the type of thing. I love what Sonny Rollins said. He said jazz is the type of thing that can absorb anything and still maintain itself. And because of that, I think it spreads out all over. It's the spirit of it. It's a spirit of freedom. It's a spirit of joy. It's a spirit of sorrow, because the blues that's in it. It's the spirit of humanity. So it's very much alive.
There you go. Go ahead, Reverend. Oh, here's a question for you before we get out of here.
Sure.
Any gospel records maybe in the future? Because I know you can sing some gospel.
Oh, so funny thing, some of the songs that I've been writing have been laced with um that kind of reverence and thanks. And I just recently sang with my hometown symphony, which turned 125.
Oh, nice.
They invited myself and Victor Wooten, and I did Precious Lord. And that's kind of a family song to me. So that's a song that I would want to record.
Okay. Well, I'll be waiting for it, because come Sunday could certainly use that voice. Thank you so much, Brianna.
Thank you.
I love you, girl. Thank you
I
so much for
love
coming
you.
by WBGO, and good luck
you.
on the tour. Break a leg to all of
Thank
you.
you.
All right.
Okay.
Take care.
Take
Bye-bye.
care. Bye-bye.